optical art.
Okay guys, I still believe that this 80% correction is still in play. I'm going to show you another chart or a pattern that's playing out on the daily that further confirms for me that that target of 14,000 and 10,000 will be hit. I'm also going to give you some important key support and resistance levels to pay attention to for Bitcoin for swing trading, if we push up, if we drop. This video I put out on December 4th. Listen to what I said here. Price will be your current support right now on the C1 chart. We're currently holding at double support, 46,217. The resistance we need to go above right now is right here at potentially 47,776. And guys, just go back and look and you can see the line that's been tested the most right now is this one. Look how much support and resistance. You got support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance. I mean, resistance, support, resistance. It's respecting the hell out of this this line right here. So you know, if you push up, you're gonna get a lot of resistance, you know, right here. So if we get up, next point to possibly get rejected, it's right here, 49,832. So I was telling you again, I take the time to map out the direction of price, so your support and resistance levels are already mapped out for you. So I said if we push up, the point you want to short is around 49,800. I also made a tweet about this. I was talking about the chart in the video I just showed you. I said we're coming up on this point right here, and you know, we hit it to the tick and got rejected, so that was a point you should short, and you can see we came down. So guys, I keep you updated daily, if not hourly, on Twitter. By the way, my Twitter is private. If you are subscribed to my charts and you get access to my Twitter, you have to email me, and then I have to verify you have an account, and then you need to give me your Twitter ID so I know who to accept the request from. I get 1,000 follow requests a day. I just delete them all. So if I deleted your request, don't take it personal. You need to email me so I know who to accept the request from. So just so you know that. And by the way, the most recent tweet I made was, I said, look, if we drop, watch 46,700 on the C1 chart. So just real quick, guys, you can see down here when we dropped, we found support down here at 42,187. You see this white line right here. We found there was a perfect touch on this white line. So what I was saying was, if we came down, this was the point I was talking about, around 46,700-ish, 46,771. We did drop down to this point and we pushed up. It is still possible we come down to this point. This is your next strongest support to watch, around 46,841. It's at an angle, depends when you make contact. But as you can see, we hit this line I was talking about. We got rejected. You could have bought back here at 47,851. But every time you make contact, we're still underneath this yellow line. We cannot get above it. Obviously, if we get above 48,840, we have some targets to the upside, and if we break 46,722, we have some targets to the downside. This would be your next strongest support. So I'm going to give you support and resistance levels at the end of this video. I want to cover that head and shoulders pattern that's playing out. That again further confirms for me that we will have we will hit that target of 14K. So this was a video I put out. This was on November 17th. I was telling you way in advance how this is going to play out. When we cross this ring, we would come down, put it in our right shoulder. When we break this point, we would start dropping. I'll put a link up to this video now if you want to check it out. This is a published chart. I published this chart on November 14th to show you how this played out. I said when we cross this ring, we would drop. You can see what happened. We came down. Now, I think it is possible we could push up. I'm going to show if we push up, how high we'd push up. And I believe that if that happens, I'm going to give you the exact date. I think we will start dropping. So, perfect point to put in that short. So if you watched the last video I put out, I was showing you 3 indicators that total confluence showing that potentially our target would be around 14,000 to 10,000. One was this ring. By the way, if you didn't watch that last video, I'll put a link up to it now. But this fib circle right here. So typically what happens when you're expecting a fib circle, you typically drop from ring to ring. So this ring was support, support. We broke this ring. We dropped down to the next ring as support, rode up it, and then we broke it. So the next ring below is down here. So that's one indicator showing that potentially 14,000. Back here, you can see on March 25th of March 2019, this is where we pumped from. When we crossed this ring, this is in 2020 in February, we came down, formed a right shoulder. This last ring is kind of ghosting, hard to see it. This is where we dropped down to where we pumped from. This was also the 300 weekly moving average. So here's your 300 weekly moving average right here, right where this ring's at. And the point we pumped from on the 6th of October 2020, this would be the point we would drop to, the point we pumped from. So this is 3 indicators showing potentially this is where we would drop to. So now I'm going to show you a 4th indicator that further confirms for me that potentially this is the target we're going to drop to. We're going to cover this section right here. So this is a zoomed in section. You notice I added this yellow trend line right here. and you can see we found support here, and support here. So I think what's playing out is a head shoulders on the daily. So this would be your left shoulder, this would be your head, right here is support, and then I think it's possible we can form our right shoulder. If we do push up, I think this would be the top. This would be the ideal point to put in a short, and around the 14th of December is when we would cross this ring. And remember, just like I said, and back in 2020 we had our last drop, when we cross this ring at any point, I expect us to have that continuation, you know, that 80% drop. So let me show you, let me measure this for you and show you how far we would drop if this does play out. Typically how you measure head and shoulders is you go from the, hold on guys, you go from the head to the neckline, and that would bring you down to right here around, this is around 14,500, which is right where this 300 weekly moving average is. So again, that's 4 indicators for me further confirming this is our downside target. So again, if we push up, the point you want to watch, potentially get rejected, would be around 52,000. And at any point, keep in mind, if we do continue down, the point you want to watch, at any point we break 41,800 to potentially 42,000, we could drop a lot sooner. But if we do push up, I do think 52,000 would be the top to finish this right shoulder, and then we would come down. And again, guys, just too much confluence around 14,000 or 10,000. So before I give you support and resistance levels, pay attention to, guys. So this was another chart I covered in previous videos. Notice we found perfect support down here at 42. Well, not perfect support. We found support down here at 43,000. Let me show you one more target. So again, this is on par with the other one I showed you. Look, if we push up, this line has been a lot of support and resistance. So this is another chart showing if we push up, potentially 52,000 would be the top. Notice this is the 20, right here is the 21-week moving average. We're below it, which is bearish. It would make sense they'd push it up a bit to get people bullish, but I think at this point we'll get rejected. And that plays along with, again, this chart right here. If we push up, that would be your target, around 52,000. So again, I do think if we do push up, that'd be the top. But keep in mind, any point we cross this ring, I expect us to drop. So I will give you some support and resistance levels, guys. Keep in mind, markets are pushing up today. So remember, guys, Bitcoin follows U.S. markets. This is the Dow Jones. If the markets push up, Bitcoin's going to follow. When the markets come down, Bitcoin will come down as well. If you go back and watch previous videos, I did cover stocks. But just like when we crossed this 5 channel line here, we had a drop. So if we come back down and get below this point, this is right here, this is the 15th of December. At any point we cross this 5th channel line, I expect us to have much more downside. You can see again, markets are up, the Dow's up at least 587 points right now. We'll have to see what happens when markets close today. So let me give you support and resistance levels to pay attention to. So like I said, you can see right now, so this is where I told you to short. You can see we're having a hard time getting above this point. If we do get above 48,866, your next major resistance levels to watch will be right up here around 51,000. Your next resistance to watch is around 51,750. And guys, like I said, when you get up to this point, I think that would be the top, around 52,658. Keep in mind, it depends when you make contact. I do think, again, that would be the point to get rejected and we'll start coming down. Your support levels to watch. So you can see we got a perfect wick right here on this white line right here. So that would be your next major support. So if we come down, at any point you make contact, if we drop straight down, the next candle open in 3 hours, 46,715 would be a very strong support. If it's further out here, your support level will be right at 46,784. And if that breaks, your next strongest support will be this white line right here, because this is the line we bottomed on back here on the 4th of December. So again, this would be very strong support down here around 42,900. So those are your major support and resistance levels to pay attention to, guys. If you do want to access these charts, website's oddworkcrypto.com. The link will be pinned in the first comment in the description. I do have stocks. $49 a month gives you access to Bitcoins, altcoins, precious metals, Discord, and Twitter. And I have tutorials teaching you my method of charting I came up with so you can create these charts for yourself. But guys, that's it. Just remember, I think December 14th, if we push up, is the point we'll potentially have that drop. And again, watch to potentially, if we push up, 52,000 I think would be the top. Any point we break 42,366, down we go. I say, guys, to the next video, I'm out. Trade safe, trade smart.